Welcome to the Sailing to Success podcast, the show created exclusively for entrepreneurs and small business owners looking for a safe port in the storm of fast-paced business growth. Lindsay Phillips is the founder of Smooth Sailing Online Support, a company dedicated to helping entrepreneurs and small business owners increase customer service, run their business more effectively, and increase their profits. Prepare to be inspired and learn some practical tips and strategies you can use in your business today. And now, welcome your host and captain for this 30-minute excursion, Lindsay Phillips.
Hey everyone, welcome to the Sailing to Success podcast show. My name is Lindsay Phillips and I'm your host and captain for this 30-minute excursion. And I love sharing, obviously, practical tips and business building strategies, but I love sharing new tools and getting to know them better with my audience. And so I'm super stoked about sharing a guest that I have today and about this killer app called CardTapp. And so I'll be talking to Dana Croft. Now, Dana has been in sales for 18 years at CardTapp for almost 3. She's built over 2,500 apps for tons of different industries and lives out in California, has 2 gorgeous little girls, and she is one busy lady. And so I'm really excited to have her on today. Hey, Dana.
Hey, yeah, thanks for having me. And I'm actually in Seattle, although I wish I was in California because it's probably warmer there.
Why did I think that?
Oh, I don't know. Well, I have a place in California, but yeah, no, my full-time house is here in Seattle. Like I said, I wish I was in California where it's a little bit sunnier, probably, and warmer at this point of time.
No doubt. I know. I'm still dealing with my poor winter here. Yeah. So, I mean, for you guys that don't know out there, I've been working with Dana for, I guess, maybe 6 weeks now, maybe. Setting up CardTapp for a client of mine for, forward facing for the prospects and also for the sales team. And we, Dana, have been looking for an app for CEO Warrior for at least a year. And some of them, oh man, the things you got to do, the costs have been like $5,000 to $10,000. I'm like, are you kidding me? It's been crazy. So when I think Mike was checking out Ryan Stewman, and Ryan Stewman uses this app and stuff, and he was like, Lindsay, check it out. So checked it out, talked to you, and you're like, we're in, man.
Yeah, absolutely.
So, how long has CardTapp been around? I know the owner has created other apps too, right?
Well, no. So we've been around for about 5 years, and our founders were 2 mortgage professionals. And so they actually did loans for 15 years before they came up with this app. And so we actually started in the mortgage industry building mobile apps for loan officers, branch managers, and people in the mortgage business. And the reason that they started in that industry is because they knew that industry, and they were young guys. They're still young guys. One of them's 43 and our CEO is 38. So they're young, they're technology driven, but they do a lot of networking. They were going to the Seahawks games. They were going to dinner parties, and to take it into its simplest form, they were meeting a lot of people and talking. Everyone talks about what they do. They always talk about their career and what do you do? It's like the first topic of conversation. And so again, oh, great, I'm looking to buy a new house, or I wanted to do a refi, and they would pass out their business cards, right? Or they wouldn't have a business card. Either that, they pass them out, or they wouldn't have one. Right. And so the moment you pass out a business card, it's kind of a one-sided transaction. You're giving somebody a card that you're hoping, quote unquote, that they're going to call you from, and that never happens. It gets lost, it gets thrown away. My kids take them out of my purse. I never see a business card again. And again, we think we have a great conversation with somebody. Maybe we even put them in their phone. Lindsay, your phone now, I've got 10 Lindys in my phone, and I don't know which one you were, or who you are, or how I met you. So they were having that issue as well. And they came to the point that every time I don't find or talk to somebody or capture their information, I'm losing $2,000 to $5,000 to $10,000 from a transaction that if only I had a way to follow up, I could have or close, right? So started in mortgage, and then they left mortgages to fully focus on CardTapp. So we had just mortgages for about a year. Then we added real estate agents, a vertical for that. We added a vertical for insurance agents. We added a vertical for auto sales, and then CardTapp, which could be for anyone in any industry, such as, you know, your client, such as coaching, consultants, lawyers, doctors, you name it. I've built apps for it.
I know that's a neat story. And it's true. Everything starts from a need that arises, right? And then it just kind of morphs from there. You know what I love though? I was checking out the overview about CardTapp in general. And I came across their core values as the acronym DOMINATE. And of course I thought, well, Mike would love that.
Yeah.
But even just like drive for results, over deliver on promises, move fast, it's a race, never give excuses, always have fun, evolve every day. Like I just fell in love with the core values. I'm like, damn, that's good. And it's true. Like you have delivered those things.
Yeah, we do. We try to deliver, not only a way for people to build their business, make money, capture missed opportunities, and really support our clients along the way, because our success as a company depends on our customer success. And so we pride ourselves on that, and pride ourselves on making a product that's amazing and simple, right? People don't use what's not simple. Yeah, so we really tried to make things simple.
And I couldn't get over the fact of how simple it was to use. So for those that are kind of like, okay, Lindsay and Dana, what the heck is this CardTapp? Why don't you kind of give us a couple notes, like what is it and what does it do?
Sure. So CardTapp is, if we take it down to its most simplest form, it's a business card or a business app or a mobile app on steroids. So what most people, or how it started as, was literally a mobile app that is a mobile business card that replaces the business card as a way to personalize and customize and be branded on people's phones. Because what's better than being mobile? Nothing. If you're not mobile these days, you're forgettable. And if you don't have a way to, one, capture somebody else's information and have a way for people to research about you as a brand or as a person, then they just don't use you these days, right? You have to have a way to be mobile where people can find out your reviews or what you do, or use a mortgage calculator or the programs you're offering. And I always use the example that, if somebody says, Dana, you need to check out this restaurant, it's so good. Well, I don't just go run to the restaurant and go eat. Like for me, I'll go to Google and I'll Google the restaurant and I'll find out their menu and I'll find out the different things that they offer. And then I'll make a reservation. And it's the same with people, right?
That's true.
I can refer somebody and you may take my word for it. I'm pretty trustworthy, but you also want to research somebody. And again, nobody's walking around with a computer these days. So it's that phone and it's mobile. And so this quote unquote mobile business card, you can build any button for anything on the app as long as it links to a web link, a video, a phone number, email, or document. And then again, you can see all the tracking on the back end.
That's what is awesome.
So when you share your app with somebody, whether it's in person, online, on Facebook, the moment you share it with them, you have their information. You now have a way to follow up, and you can track what they're doing on your app in real time and know what they're interested in. And then it's also the best way to get referrals, because an example again is if I use, let's say, your client, and I go to him for coaching, and one of my girlfriends says, Dana, who do you use for coaching? I use Mike. Great. So do you have Mike's information? Well, I'm not walking around with Mike's business card. I don't even have my own business card. I have to go look at my phone and find out Mike, which I probably guarantee 100% I have over 20 Mikes in there. So I can write down his name and number and give it to my friend. Here's who I use. I'm going to call him, right? People aren't proactive. But if I open up Mike's app, I hit share refer, I type in my girlfriend's name and number, I write Mike a note saying, hey, Mike, my girlfriend's really interested in building her business like you've helped me build my business. Can you help her out? The moment I hit send, my girlfriend would get a text message that contained Mike's app. Right. Mike would get an email and a notification right on his phone. Dana Croft shared your app with Heather Moore, her phone number, and any notes I wrote to Mike about my girlfriend. So rather than waiting for Heather to even open the text or put his app on his phone, who cares? Pick up the phone, text or call my girlfriend, and set an appointment or a consultation, right? So
I love that.
Again, yeah, well, and how many times, hey, Dana, I gave your name and number of a friend, they're going to call you. Yeah, when's that going to happen?
I know, you can't
Probably never.
Yeah, you're not in the driver's seat. You're sitting there waiting for something to happen.
Right, exactly. Right, and people aren't proactive, right? Not everybody is a salesperson.
No.
And a lot of salespeople aren't as proactive as they should be as well.
That is true. And so who is the app built for? Give me some examples of what kind of companies can use it and how they can use it.
Well, any company and any person, right? It's a branding tool. So you've got companies like Mike, like CEO Warrior. You've got companies like Hardcore Closer, like different companies that are branding and utilizing it for people to be able to watch their podcasts and their articles and literally build different funnels to their apps so they can capture people's information. Then you've got like mortgage professionals, real estate professionals, insurance agents, car salesmen, anyone in a sales-driven, referral-driven industry, like I said, doctors, lawyers, anyone who needs a way to follow up with their clients, and anyone who gets referrals a lot or has referral partners. It's the easiest way to refer somebody business right on their phone.
And I love too that, and I didn't realize it when we signed up, that, not only do you have the app for, the business in general, but you can have the app extensions, I guess you would call it, for all the different salespeople that you have, so that the salespeople can stay in contact with people and they're easily reachable and so forth. So I thought that element was really smart.
Yeah. And that's kind of, with like, for instance, Carrington Mortgage, right? I just signed up that whole company. That's 210 apps that they bought for each individual salesperson. And the whole point is that people don't buy from a company. They buy from a person.
That's a good point.
And it's that whole branding of yourself on somebody's phone rather than, unless it is a company and a brand, but each individual salesperson can share their app with their family, their friends, anyone they've done business with or will do business with in the future to never lose track of those people. Like in my mortgage app, which I have 7 apps, all different verticals, but my mortgage one, I have 2,086 people have my app on their phone.
Wow.
I can log in on my phone or on the computer and I have a list of all those people and all their phone numbers and what I've labeled them, if they've already bought or if they're still thinking about it, because it also acts as a mini CRM. And I'll never lose that information. I will never make a cold call again. I can always go back to those 2,000 people, find people who I didn't sell. And there we go. I've got a list of people I can call a whole day. Or referrals. My app's been shared 786 times.
Wow.
I have 786 times somebody has opened my app, put somebody else's name and number, and write me notes about it. And so I'll never miss those referrals. I mean, how many referrals do we get? And we're like, oh my gosh, I forgot to follow up.
So many.
Oh my God, I forgot to follow up. So many. And so I will never, ever lose track of that list because I have it in a password protected dashboard on my computer. I also have it on my phone.
I know, that's killer. And the two things for me, honestly, that were like selling features is A, the cost, and B, the dashboard.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
Can you explain that a little bit? Because people will just be like,
sure,
fall off their chairs.
Yeah.
And leave.
So yeah, the dashboard is where you can actually make any changes on your app at any time, and it changes immediately. And understand this is a web-based app, so it doesn't take storage on people's phones. Mm-hmm. They don't have to log into Apple ID or Google Play first before they get at their app on the phone. And that's pretty big too, because I shouldn't say nobody. A lot of people don't download native apps these days because of that reason, right? So this web-based is new technology, and it also allows you to see, again, the dashboard and the phone, see what people are doing. So I can see if somebody's on my Facebook. I can see if they're reading my reviews. I can see if they're on my website. I can see if they're doing a mortgage calculation. I can see if they're looking at my inventory if I'm a car salesman. So I can see literally every single thing that people are doing right on my phone through notifications, as well as logging into the dashboard. Then with the cost, we talk about the cost is, like you said earlier, the cost of native apps or any apps these days, you're looking at, $5,000 minimum up to hundreds of thousands of dollars. And so we have invested probably between $1 to $2 million into our company so that people don't have to reinvent the wheel. Right? It's a template-based form. And what we provide is an annual subscription. So instead of paying hundreds and thousands of dollars, you're paying, our website cost is $5.99 a year per app. The discount, of course, to this podcast and anybody that listens to this podcast is $200 off of that. So you're paying $400 a year for an app that is personalized, customized. You have total control over it. And we provide the support if you need it. We go through the training when you need it. And then we also have that 365-day money-back guarantee. So we back our product 100%.
I know, and it sounds almost too good to be true, but for all you listeners, I have experienced it. It is true.
It is. I have 100% conviction in our product. I mean, I get testimonials literally every day.
I bet.
About people, it's really how many transactions in any industry do you need to make $400 a year?
Oh,
right?
yeah.
Whether it's a loan, whether it's selling a program, whether it's selling a car, whether it's selling a house or, helping a buyer. I mean, it's such a little return on it. I mean, it's a huge return on investment for a little
ridiculous. Cost. Absolutely.
Mm-hmm.
And I mean, it's hard to explain a visual because you and I can visualize what it looks like. And I'll put an image on the show notes page as well. But, and obviously they'll go to the website, but it's like, and you'll probably give me more examples, but for instance, so Mike will have obviously his contact information, the websites on how they can connect, just general information about the company, even giving free stuff. So there's like an ebook that you tap a button and you get access, an online training that's accessible, all the blogs, the podcasts, and those links too are internal. So they're not taking you necessarily to an outside website. So you're still in the app, which I really like. And then obviously, we have buttons about his programs. Are there different things besides that other people have used, just out of curiosity?
Are there buttons, you mean?
Yeah.
Like, that's kind of the thing is that you can, what I'll give to you and what you should probably put up is a link to my app after this.
Oh, okay.
And so, and you're going to have your own discount code for this podcast so that if people do sign up, they can have the discount code to get that annual subscription down. And then they can check out my app because I do have videos on there that explain it visually.
Oh,
that's the thing is that you can build any button for anything. It just has to link to a web link, a video, an email, podcast. It doesn't matter. It just has to have a link attached to it or a phone number or an email or a document you can upload as well.
Oh, I didn't know you could upload an actual document right there. So like a PDF or something?
You can. Yep. Yeah. PDF, Word doc.
Yeah.
Yep. We added that feature about 3 months ago.
Oh, okay. I'll have to see if we can work that in. But same with like scheduling a call with someone, right? It's like you're reading something, you're engaged in the material, you want to just hit a button and schedule a call right away instead of having to go somewhere else or figure out where to go for it. It makes things, for the user, it's super easy.
Yeah. Yep. And for the user, it's easy. And for your client, your clients and for the person who is in charge of the app, it's easy. Again, everything has to be simple or nobody will use it.
Yeah, exactly. Now, and we had a little bit of a conversation about this before the podcast, but explain to the listeners how people would typically use or share the app.
Yeah, so there's different ways. So if you meet with clients or you meet with customers or you meet people anywhere, you can share your app through a user app called CardTapp. tracker, and allows you to share the app via text through people you meet, through your contacts that are already in your phone. And then you can share your link. Like my link is dana.cardtapp.com, and I can share that on Facebook. And I can share that on LinkedIn. I also have it on my email signature. So there's really no limit. There's also certain companies where you can buy a code, text CEO to 44222. And it's a very inexpensive product. I mean, I think there's some companies that even have a free monthly amount of text. And then I think it's like $10 a month if you go up from that. To also, if you wanted to put it on flyers, or if you wanted to put on posts on Facebook and not just do a link. So there's so many different ways to share it. Since it is web-based, it's not, you don't have to look it up in any kind of Google store or App Store where, they find your competitors.
Yeah, we were just talking about Mike being away this week speaking, and he's going to be, saying, hey, to get my app, text blah, blah, blah to this number. And they can do it like right then and there. So it's so on the fly, on the go. It's so easy.
Yeah, it is. Especially during speaking engagements and things like that. And also giving, clients, customers a reason to download it. And that's the thing is when you do post on Facebook, anyone who has their app, it's, again, a way to be mobile, a way for people to be able to contact you immediately, and a way to give them information to start researching about you as well.
And that's totally true. And a question I think, I know I had this at the beginning is, because, if my client, Mike, is he's brand specific, that specific look, specific logo, colors, fonts, whatever. Will it match every business type? Can they customize it to look like their branding?
Yes. So of course you can put any logo, any icon. You can even have the icon different than the picture when they open the app. So, and then of course there's 30,000 colors. So you can literally choose and match any color of the buttons to the logo. Usually I match it to the logo when I build it.
Yeah.
So yeah, it's very customizable. You can choose the different icons that you want to be on the button as well. So very customizable. And we're constantly upgrading too. One of the things that we'll be doing is, which I haven't even told you, Lindsay, is that we're going to have integration with Zapier, which integrates with hundreds of CRMs too.
Yeah.
So that's coming here soon in the near future.
That's awesome. I was actually just going to ask you what's new on the horizon.
Yeah, that's one of the things. We're doing some co-branding stuff for our clients. So that's coming out as well.
Awesome. That is so cool. Is there anything that I've missed about CardTapp that we haven't really touched upon? I know there's the affiliate program too. I didn't know if you want to talk about that.
Yeah. We can. That's usually, for a different conversation.
Yeah.
Obviously, a lot of people want to be affiliates. It just doesn't fit, sometimes everybody wants to, because, again, the product is so awesome. They're like, I can sell thousands. But, it's hard. It's hard to explain in this kind of podcast or even over the phone what all this app can do, because it is amazing. And there's so much it can do. And it's hard to explain everything, again, and have it comprehended as being simple, because it's super simple, but it doesn't sound like it when you talk about everything it can do.
I know, right? And it is hard to explain something that's so visual. So I was looking at doing a quick, I share a lot of videos with my community. So I was thinking of doing a video just to kind of show the inner workings and kind of how it looks to put together. And would that be okay? I guess I should ask for permission first.
Absolutely. No, absolutely. And I also have videos that have that. So I've done a couple of really quick YouTube videos that explain how the back end work and how it works for every industry. It's again easier to watch a video than to listen and try to get it all from that. So absolutely. You could. I have lots of clients who do videos for their own benefit to send out to their clients, right? Or there's the videos. I've got my Facebook business page that has lots of videos. I have client videos with their testimonials. I've got, 30 something testimonials, 50 something reviews. I don't even know what's on there anymore. But yeah, so absolutely. You can do a video or share my
Yeah. Awesome.
On your site. And I had that code created for you too, for the discount code that we can put on for anyone listening to this podcast.
And I'll put that on the show notes again. So let everyone know again how to connect with you and kind of what links to go to find out more info.
Yeah, sure. So my email is Dana@Card, CardTapp.com. So Dana@CardTapp.com. My direct office line is 425-947-9284. So that's 425-947-9284. And then Lindsay, you'll post a link to my app, but my app link is just dana.cardtapp.com. So DANA.CardTapp.com. And that's the way to get my app on the phone. Right. And they can, like you said, schedule a call with me, watch videos, find out more information. Yeah. And CardTapp.com is our website.
Yeah, and see it in action.
See it in action and watch videos and stuff. And then, of course, if they do buy from that website, the thing is that I would help them build it for them, walk them through like you and I did, how to add buttons, make changes, and then support the entire time.
Yeah, perfect. Well, thank you so much for sharing all about CardTapp. I'm
You're
sure
so welcome.
We'll have questions about it once we go live.
Absolutely. Yeah. I'm here for questions at any time, unless I'm not. But I try to be available as much as I can be.
You are one busy lady, but no, that's pretty good. Perfect. So that's it for this special episode of Sailing to Success podcast show, folks. Of course, you can check out this episode, my videos and blogs at lindsayphillips.com. And if you're looking to smooth the choppy waters of fast-paced business growth and are looking at accelerating your content marketing, please go to my smooth sailing online support site at ssonlinesupport.com. So until next time, folks, I wish you a productive and profitable week, and may the winds always be at your back.
You've been listening to the Sailing to Success podcast, the show created exclusively for entrepreneurs and small business owners looking for a safe port in the storm of fast-paced business growth. To make sure you don't miss a single profit-boosting show, subscribe to this podcast at iTunes and www.sailingtosuccesspodcast.com. To learn more about how Lindsay and her team can help you increase customer service, run your business more effectively, and increase your profits, go to www.ssonlinesupport.com. That's www.ssonlinesupport.com. Now go and implement what you've learned and come back next week for more Sailing to Success podcasts.